What a matchup this is going to be. Martinez, deep left field. Is it high enough? It is gone! Luke Voigt steps up, and that's a base hit. Judge rips one right field, and she's gone!
No fooling around for Kimbrel.
Game. Red Sox win. The American League postseason continues on TBS on a beautiful Saturday night at Fenway Park in Boston. 106 years young, Major League Baseball's oldest venue, and fans making their way down the familiar streets and into a packed house at Fenway, ready to go for round 2 of this iconic rivalry. The 2018 American League Division Series is presented by T-Mobile. It's Red Sox Yankees. Game 2 of this best-of-5 series. Boston up 1-0. The Yankees, the wild card winner. Boston division champs and the best record in baseball in 2018, holding serve on their home field last night. With that, we welcome you from Fenway Park. Great to have you with us tonight, everybody. Brian Anderson along with Ron Darling. We'll hear from Lauren Shehadi in just a moment. David Price gets the ball for the Red Sox tonight. Masahiro Tanaka for the Yankees. Before we dive into tonight, what were your takeaways from last night's Boston's Game 1 win?
Well, a lot of things went right for the Red Sox last night. Chris Sale got a win. That was unknown. A 3-run home run by J.D. Martinez in the first inning to get them going. But they needed 4 pitchers to get 7 outs to set a Craig Kimbrel, who did get the save despite giving up a home run.
Well, there is injury news that pertains to this game tonight for Game 2, and with more on that, we check in with Lauren Shehadi. Lauren?
Yeah, you saw Aaron Hicks kind of favor that hamstring running to first in the 4th inning. Had an MRI today. It was negative. I did see him running in the outfield about 4:30 Eastern. He looked okay to me, but Aaron Boone said, you know what, we're going to keep him out of the starting lineup. He is available in a big spot, but Brett Gardner will play center for the Yankees tonight. As for the Red Sox, their bullpen woes continue. Stephen Wright, his knee has been hurting him, and MLB approved that he's taken off this roster in favor of Heath Hembry, who Alex Cora said, you know what, he's been more aggressive all year long with the exception of September, but these roster moves, BA and Ron, so important because once you're off the DS, you can't be back for the CS.
That's right. Wouldn't see him again, Stephen Wright, until the World Series if they go that long. So major change of plan here for the Boston Red Sox. Just a small tweak for the Yankees.
You know, it really affects them the most because they wanted that variety between their hard throwers of Wright and his knuckleball. The relief core has really been the issue, the unknown coming into this postseason. So we'll see how it affects the rest of the series for the Red Sox. And as far as Aaron Hicks is concerned, yes, he'll be out of the lineup. They've got enough depth with Brett Gardner, but Hicks still can hit, and maybe with his 27 home runs this year, does something as a pinch hitter.
Day off tomorrow for a travel day. This series will head to New York and Yankee Stadium for Game 3 on Monday. Let's check that batting order for the New York Yankees. 100 wins this year, finishing 2nd in the division and winning the wild card game with McCutchen, Judge, and Luke Voigt. Voigt moves into the 3 spot for Hicks. Giancarlo Stanton, the DH, Gary Sanchez, the catcher. Didi Gregorius will play short. Sanchez moves up the lineup. And then it's Andujar, the rookie, followed by the rookie, the all-star Gleyber Torres. And Brett Gardner will be that 2nd leadoff man, hitting 9th for Aaron Boone here this evening. And on the mound, the big left-hander, David Price.
You know, if you follow this game, it's almost inconceivable that one of the best pitchers of his generation would not have a win in the postseason in 9 postseason starts. 0-8 ERA, close to 6. Price has had to wear those numbers for so long, and looking for that one moment game that kind of takes those numbers away.
David Price losing his last 8 decisions as a starting pitcher. But I go back to a start he made that does not show up on a postseason register, but it was a big game, and it was an elimination game. 2013, pitching for the Tampa Bay Rays, went to Texas to play the Rangers on the road in a game 163, went the distance and won that game and helped send the Rays into the postseason. They would take down the Indians and then ultimately a matchup in the division series against Boston. So that is one of his more impressive starts of his career, even though it doesn't show up on the postseason register. Talk us through the Boston defense now, Ronnie.
Well, they even have a better defense today because Mitch Moreland is in there, Gold Glove and 16, as much speed and arm strength in that outfield as anyone in baseball. And Sandy Leon last night was my most valuable player in what he did in the 6th inning and beyond as far as pitches blocked in the dirt.
Sandy Leon back in there once again. The Red Sox carry 3 catchers on their division series roster, and we got a great glimpse into exactly why they do that. All the pieces in place. It is a picture perfect autumn night in New England, and we're ready for game 2. Andrew McCutchen will step in to lead off. Home plate umpire for game 2 is Dan Bellino. Mike Winters is the crew chief. He's over at first base. He's the umpire to watch in case we have a replay here tonight. Ready to go. First pitch of the ball game as Price deals. And it skips in for ball 1, and off we go at Fenway Park.
16-7 this year and 30 starts with a complete game for David Price. 177 strikeouts, averaged less than 6 innings per start.
Price just saw the Yankees 2 starts ago. He is pitching on 9 days of rest, pitching on his 10th day from his last regular season start, which was against the Baltimore Orioles. And McCutchen takes a ball, and it's quickly 2-0.
There's Chris Sale, who was so outstanding last night. The skinny left-hander, now followed by his other skinny left-hander. They must not feed the left-handers here in Boston.
There's the first strike for Price. Talk about the Boston starters with Sale, Price, Porcello, Eovaldi. That's how it began. That was the order when this all started. But as Ron mentioned, Porcello was used last night as McCutchen with a swing and a miss. So that certainly affects who we might see for game 3.
And he might be, Porcello might be pushed to game 4. He still is an option in the bullpen tonight.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Just underway at Fenway as Price faces McCutchen. David Price has been one of the best pitchers in the game since the All-Star break to finish out the regular season. His last 11 starts carried a 2.25 ERA, a 6-1 record as well. Maybe his best run as a Red Sox pitcher. Bouncer over to third base, and Nunez will make the play, and that's how this night begins on a 5-3 putout.
Nice charge here by Nunez. 2 hands and looks it in, and that makes the play easy. That was a changeup from Price. His last 12 starts, his changeup usage increased 10%. So watch that tonight. That's a pitch he'll use early and often.
And the non-fastballs with these 2 starters and how they get outs on the non-fastballs is a big story in this game. Price with the changeup, with the breaking ball. Tanaka with that devastating splitter. Here's Aaron Judge now, and he swings at the first pitch, fouls it out of play. Judge's last swing last night was an absolute torpedo into the bullpen, the Yankees bullpen in deep right center field.
Got a breaking ball, and Alex Cora, when we talked about him today, he said when he saw that home run, he just shook his head and said that's about as impressive a home run he's seen in quite some time.
First-year skipper of the Red Sox in a matchup of 2 first-year managers. And a swing and a foul tip right into the mid of Leon. And it's 0-2 for David Price. Yankees hit a ton of home runs against David Price. His last 29 2/3 innings, he's given up 13 long balls. Year 1 for Aaron Boone. Both managers navigated it well yesterday. And Aaron Boone gave his ball club a chance the way he used his bullpen. He got outstanding work specifically from Lance Lynn, but Chad Green and Lance Lynn pitching last night. David Robertson also pitched an inning last night. He gave the Yankees a shot. They came up a run short. High way back, deep left center field. Goodbye. My goodness, Aaron Judge. A titanic home run. 1-0 Yankees.
Boy, Judge rounding third, pointed to the dugout, almost like I told you I was going to do that. Just a little backdoor cutter that didn't stay on that outside part, caught the middle of the plate, and that's a bomb.
Wow. About as far as you can hit one. Aaron Judge, 6 home runs in his last 8 postseason games. Here's Voit now. Bouncer to third. Bobble. Nunez long throw. Dug out by the Gold Glover Mitch Moreland. Heck of a play on both ends. Moreland, the slick fielding first baseman, secures the second out. Crowd still buzzing here after that Judge home run.
Bobbles it. Knew he had plenty of time with Voit running. And Moreland is money at first base. Always has been.
Red Sox started Steve Pearce at first base last night. That's the one platoon that the Red Sox are under, with Pearce against the left-handers and Moreland playing against the right-handed opposing starters, as Giancarlo Stanton takes a ball. Stanton with 2 hits, including a home run in this postseason. He homered in the wild card game. He did have a hit last night, but he also struck out 4 times last night.
I mean, it's really evident that right now Stanton, who can be a streaky home run hitter, really pulling off the baseball, opening up that front side.
Just like the wild card game, Aaron Judge gives his team a first inning lead. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Stanton. Stanton competing in his first postseason, coming to the Yankees from the Miami Marlins. That outstanding outfield in Miami. All 3 of those players elsewhere this year. Stanton and Christian Yelich, the likely MVP in the National League, and Marcell Ozuna, who is in St. Louis now. 2 of the 3 in the postseason. Price just missed. 2-2 the count.
Teams in the postseason that have scored first are 8-1. This pitch just off the corner. Nice call by Dan Bellino. Only loss coming today. Cleveland Indians had a 1-0 lead and coughed it up.
Home teams have won all the games so far in the division series round. Yankees trying to shake that up. That one misses inside. And the count goes to 3-2 on Stanton. Gary Sanchez elevated in the order with no Aaron Hicks in there tonight. Hitting 5th behind Stanton. Full count. Price deals. And a high fly ball center field. Jackie Bradley Jr. will settle under this one, and the side is retired. But Aaron Judge quiets him down for a moment. A booming home run by Judge. And it's 1-0 New York, just underway at Fenway Park in Game 2. Now the Red Sox are coming up bottom of the first inning. Mookie Betts will lead off. Andrew Benintendi, then J.D. Martinez. Middle three for Alex Cora, Xander Bogaerts, Mitch Moreland, and Eduardo Nunez. And the bottom three for Boston, Ian Kinsler, Sandy Leon, Jackie Bradley Jr. Rounding out the starting nine against 29-year-old right-hander Masahiro Tanaka. Has been excellent in the postseason, now in year 5 with the New York Yankees. And he will take the mound here at Fenway in game 2 with a 1-0 lead.
Starts the game off with a little slider from Tanaka. 4 postseason games started, 2-2 ERA, 1.44 for Tanaka.
Mookie Betts in the leadoff spot. The shift is on. 3 infielders on the left. And Betts takes a ball.
Tanaka's pitch usage is very interesting. It's like 30-30-30. Standard deviation about 10%. But he'll throw his fastball, slider, and split finger just about the same.
What's unusual about that is no pitcher in Major League Baseball this year uses the fastball less than Masahiro Tanaka. The old adage, fastball is your best pitch. It sets up everything else. He has a devastating splitter, which he said he found during the days between starts from the regular season to this one here tonight. Tanaka had given up 8 earned runs in his last 8 innings of the regular season.
His numbers against Boston have not been great either. He's pitched 19 innings this year and given up 16 runs.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Mookie Betts. Betts had a double last night, had 47 doubles during the regular season. That finished tied for second with Miguel Andujar. Alex Bregman led the American League in doubles. He had another big game today for Houston as the Astros win the first 2 in that series against Cleveland. Betts in the air, left field, got jammed a little bit, and routine for McCutchen, and that's how the night begins for Masahiro Tanaka.
Defense behind Tanaka. We talked about Hicks, or Lauren did, so Brett Gardner is going to be in center field, flanked by McCutchen and Judge, and Duhart at third base. Gregorius Torres strong up the middle. Luke Voigt's got his bat in that lineup for good, and Sanchez behind the plate.
It's interesting. The center fielder Gardner won a Gold Glove 2 years ago as a left fielder, and the left fielder McCutchen won a Gold Glove with the Pirates back in 2012, of course, as a center fielder. Here's Andrew Benintendi, who takes a strike from Tanaka. Benintendi was right in the middle of the action yesterday. 2 hits, including a drag bunt single.
So it's so interesting to see this shift against Benintendi. 3 infielders on the right side. 62 opposite field hits this season. Led the AL.
And his first hit yesterday was to the opposite field. Tanaka, ball and a strike, and that one misses outside. 2-1.
Tanaka missed some time this year in a interleague game, and scoring a run on a sacrifice fly pulled both hamstrings.
In the air to center field, hit well. Gardner going back and at the track. He'll make the play. Benintendi is retired. Yankees have had a number of leg injuries this year, right? Hamstrings, groin injuries. And Aaron Hicks, of course, becomes the latest, which is a recurrence of a hamstring injury, which he dealt with a couple of weeks ago. They actually shut him down for a few days, but the leg injuries with the Yankees and trying to get their complement of players ready for this postseason. They felt they were there. That's what's so disappointing about Aaron Hicks. They thought they were finally healthy until last night. Here's J.D. Martinez. A little half swing. They'll check it, and he goes. That's the crew chief over there, Mike Winters. No balls and a strike on Martinez.
Not popular already. That could have went either way.
Martinez, a 3-run home run in the first inning yesterday. Lit this place up right away. Big swing and a foul, and it's 0-2.
It's interesting, right, to see that placement of that fastball by Tanaka. Yesterday he hit that 3-run home run on a fastball down from Happ. So the Red Sox hitters are doing the opposite they did yesterday. They wanted Happ to get the ball down. With Tanaka, they want them to get the ball up.
Martinez has great numbers against Tanaka in 18 career at-bats. He has 8 hits. 3 of those 8 hits are home runs. The 0-2 doesn't bite on the slider.
Could be a true test for Gary Sanchez behind the plate. Tanaka, when he gets ahead, he will bury that slider and split finger all game long.
Hot one. Fair ball. Down the line. Hits the sidewall. Gregorius plays it, and that will hold Martinez at first base. That's a base hit with 2 outs and 2 strikes for J.D. Martinez.
Well, first, great hitting by J.D. Martinez, but even better defense from Didi Gregorius. That's a Fenway single, and it's only a single because of the hustle of Gregorius. First, a slider that doesn't really break. That ball was down. That's where Martinez's strength is. Wraps it around the bag, and it hits against that wall and comes right back out onto the field. And the hustle by Gregorius limits Martinez to a single.
There is no ballpark in the big leagues where the shortstop has more effect on a batted ball to left field than this one right here. The shots down the line off the sidewall, the line drives off the monster in left. The shortstop has to play it completely differently in this park than he does in any other. And that'll put Xander Bogaerts at the plate, who takes strike 1 with a runner at first. Bogaerts had a hit yesterday, drove in a run with a sacrifice fly. Coming off a monster season, driving in 103 runs, career best for Bogaerts. He popped 23 home runs this year for Boston as well. And he popped him up foul. That is going to head for the seats. A couple of rows up, and it goes 0-2 now.
Can never give up on a ball that is popped up here. Could look like it's in the stands, but because you don't have the extra level like a lot of stadiums have, the wind rushes over the top of the stadium. So if the ball's hit high enough, it'll sometimes push it back onto the field.
Opening up in 1912. These classic rivals, the Yankees and the Red Sox. First time they meet in a division series round ever, and first time they meet in the postseason since that memorable 2004 ALCS. Red Sox would go on to win the World Series after that comeback. In the air to left center field. Gardner closing. Gardner on the run and runs it down. And that's why Aaron Boone calls him his Deion Sanders. He's the shutdown corner. Fetches one in left center to win the inning. Take a look at tonight's playmakers presented by the Chrysler Pacifica and one of the unsung heroes of last night's game, Sandy Leon.
You know, I don't do this very often because I try to stay out of the ball player's way in the postseason. There's enough on their plate. But I sought out Sandy Leon today to shake his hand, to tell him that was a heck of a game he had last night.
Saved a bunch of runs, especially in that wild 6th inning. And the defensive prowess of the Red Sox catcher on display last night. Here's Gary Sanchez. He'll start it for the Yankees. 1-0 New York on an Aaron Judge tape measure home run to deep left center.
We talked about Steve Pearce and his numbers last night against Ian Happ. Well, Gary Sanchez has those kind of numbers against David Price. 6 hits and 13 at bats. 5 of them have been home runs.
A ball and a strike, and Sanchez in the air left field. That's hit well. That's got a chance, and this one's gone. 2-0 Yankees. Judge and Sanchez go deep. And the team who hit the most home runs in the history of Major League Baseball in a regular season come out firing here tonight at Fenway. Sanchez elevated in the order. His first postseason home run this year.
267 home runs during the regular season. This is the 6th home run Sanchez has hit off Price. Price now has given up 15 home runs in 30 1/3 innings against the Yankees. His last 30 1/3 innings against the Yanks.
This is just an enormous sum of home runs.
Ooh. Hello.
High and tight on Didi Gregorius. 2 ground outs to third, a fly ball out to center deep by Stanton, and the 2 home runs, Judge and Sanchez. And New York up 2-0. There's a strike to Gregorius.
So the Yankees now 267 in the regular season, 2 home runs in the wild card, a home run last night, 2 more tonight.
Doing what they do. And it's not that the Red Sox don't hit the long ball either, but these offenses who are high octane in their own regard, they go about it in much different fashion though.
Well, the Red Sox can score in some different ways because of Mookie Betts, who's going to be the MVP. The ability to steal. Last night they had a sacrifice bunt, a sacrifice fly, a stolen base. They can do some other things.
Gregorius breaks his bat, and a roller out to Kinsler, a former Gold Glover, and he makes the play for out number 1. Regular season numbers for the Yankees, breaking that home run record. 267 regular season home runs for a team that won 100 games and missed Aaron Judge for 7.5 weeks. And the sequencing on Sanchez, and he did not miss.
That's the 2nd home run on the same pitch. The one the Judge of Sanchez is that backdoor cutter that he's trying to get that hits the corner. John Lester throws that pitch a lot, but they both found the middle of the plate.
One away, Miguel Andujar, who hit that record-setting home run in the regular season. One of his 27 this year. Led all rookies in homers and RBIs. Drove in 92. On the ground, fair at third. Nice play, Nunez. And on a hop to Moreland. That was by design. Nunez with the long hop. And the Gold Glover at first across the line to make the pick, and the 2nd out of the 2nd inning.
When all the stadiums in the 70s used to be AstroTurf, you saw this play all the time. But I like it by Nunez because he knows with that one hop, he knows the great glove of Moreland is going to come up with that play. Good footwork by Moreland too to come across the bag and make that play a little easier.
Infielders supremely confident, just throwing to a general area with Mitch Moreland at first base. He's one of the best. 2 gone, 2 ground outs after the home run by Sanchez. And Gleyber Torres now for the Yankees. Aaron Boone with his rookies hitting back-to-back at the bottom of this Yankees batting order, and they were in the spotlight last night a couple of times. Yankees just could not get the big hit to as Aaron Boone says, make it our game.
Well, the two hitters, Andujar, they're young rookies, and Gleyber Torres had the biggest at bats. Torres with the bases loaded against Workman struck out, and Andujar struck out in the fourth.
With 2 on, Yankees were 1 for 7 with runners in scoring position last night. There were 3 consecutive innings where they at least had the tying run at the plate. Twice had the go-ahead run at the plate, but Boston hung on. It wasn't pretty getting to the finish line with Kimbrel, but the Red Sox holding serve in game 1 as Price deals a strike, and it's 3-1 on Torres. Numbers from yesterday. Yankees 1 out of 7. Boston 3 for 6 at the plate. And there's ball 4. 2-out walk. Torres will reach. And to the 9th spot in the batting order goes Price in Brett Gardner.
Kind of an obvious choice there, right? The right-handed hitter, 3-2 changeup. Didn't mind walking Torres there to face lefty on lefty with Gardner.
And if you weren't with us at the outset of the broadcast, Lauren reporting that Aaron Hicks is available tonight to pinch hit. You would imagine he would not be available to play defense. They certainly don't want him pushing the injured hamstring. He felt like it was more cramping than tightness or a strain of the hamstring. But it does put the Yankees in a bit of a spot because essentially they're playing a man short, and it puts their 4th outfielder in Gardner, who's their defensive replacement, in the lineup. They will buy a day off tomorrow. So these next couple of days, watching Aaron Hicks and his recovery are going to be big for New York before they return home.
But if you've been watching this Yankee team for the time that Brett Gardner has been on this team, he is a heck of a player. He is an igniter, and I wouldn't be surprised if he has a good series, if Hicks can't come back.
Turned 35 years of age in August. Was the primary leadoff man most of the year until he struggled the final 2 months as he swings and fouls that one away. That's when the Yankees made the deal with the Giants to get Andrew McCutchen, who is on deck. 2 outs.
8 hitters in, no strikeouts for Price.
4 ground ball outs, 1 fly ball out, 2 homers. Unleashing his best fastball at this point, 95 miles an hour. Just got a piece in and out of the glove of Leon. There's Aaron Hicks.
Just came onto the bench. What happens when you have an injury like his, as soon as the team goes out to get ready for the game, you get on the trainer's table for about an hour.
Not only losing a very skilled center fielder with a great arm, also the 3-hole hitter for the Yankees. Do it again. Another 2-2 coming to Brett Gardner. Gleyber Torres the runner at first, and Gardner slaps one down the left field line. It is slicing, and it is foul up into the seats. .38 pitches for David Price already, yet to get through 2. Masahiro Tanaka gave up a 2-out single to J.D. Martinez. What a scoreless first inning.
Well, Tanaka, I'm sure, is happy with the lead, but not thinking about the lead, thinking about trying to throw shutout inning after shutout inning. In the moment.
Gardner always gives you a tough at-bat. A lot of pitches per plate appearance. He can foul them off with the best of them and elevate the pitch count for an opposing starter. The 2-2 again. That one just missed. Leon stuck the landing, but comes across the K zone inside.
Well, they've been trying to rush him in by our K zone. Bellino got it right. The fans here think that Bellino has been squeezing Price in these first 2 innings.
Alex Cora wants an explanation. So now the count full. Torres will be off with the pitch. There he goes, and it's ball 4. And Gardner works the walk. Back-to-back walks. Boo Birds are out early. Top of the order now for Andrew McCutchen. Saw activity in the Boston bullpen. Dana Levangie, an early visit to the mound here in this second inning. And the hard-throwing Kelly just now getting loose. You figure it would take him at least one batter to get ready to come into this game. This is certainly Price to face McCutchen. But if it gets to Aaron Judge, all bets are off, though.
Well, with 2 outs, what Alex Cora is protecting against, if somehow Price can't retire McCutchen and the bases are loaded or runs in, he does not want Price to face Judge again.
Well, that's a pretty sweet spot in the batting order for Andrew McCutchen, hitting in front of Judge. Figure he is going to see some strikes and some fastballs. 2 on for the Yankees. They get 2 on via walks with 2 outs in the inning. High stress pitches early for David Price, and a pitch count already at 42 with this next offering, with Judge waiting to hit next. And a drive in the left field. That ball's hit well, and that is going to be off the monster. In to score Torres. Gardner will be held at third, and McCutchen, an RBI single, makes it 3-0 Yankees. And Andrew McCutchen with his very first postseason RBI. And that's going to be it for David Price. Worst case scenario for Boston.
Well, you know, the home runs are bad enough, but the 2 walks at the bottom of the order against Torres and Gardner just can't happen.
take a look at StatCast, powered by Amazon Web Services. The first run of the game, a memorable one here at Fenway Park for Aaron Judge, a 445-foot bomb into left center.
I don't care who you are as a pitcher. That's where he hit it. When it goes that far, hurts your feelings.
You're not expecting necessarily a home run ball in that section. Section 10 on top of the Green Monster. That's where Judge hit it. That's what got the Yankees started. The Yankees have added 2 more in the second inning, and they have chased David Price. And here's Joe Kelly now.
We asked Alex Cora about Joe Kelly, why he made this division roster. He said talent still plays. This is a guy who still can throw 100 miles an hour, and he'll need all of it against Judge here.
Price exits inning in 2/3, gives up 3 hits. All 3 hits produce runs. And now Aaron Judge is up with runners at first and third. And the hard-throwing Joe Kelly. He grabbed one of the last roster spots. The McCutchen shot off the wall.
A home run in most ballparks, but kept in by the monster here.
McCutchen had all those postseason appearances with the Pirates. This is his 11th postseason game. He had never driven in a run. That was his first RBI in the playoffs. Judge into right field. Backing up on it. Betts, he's got it. And that will retire the side. So Kelly gets through the inning, but the Yankees do damage. Sanchez with a homer. McCutchen with an RBI single. 3-0. The 2018 National League Division Series presented by Doosan continues tomorrow. MLB Network has the Brewers and the Rockies. Game 3, that series heads to Coors Field. Brewers are up 2-0. FS1 carries the Dodgers and the Braves, with the Dodgers leading that series 2-0. Home teams have won all the games. The Yankees are trying to flip that script here tonight, and they are off to a good start. 3-0 New York. Boston coming to bat for the second time against Tanaka. Mitch Moreland leads away, then Eduardo Nunez, followed by Ian Kinsler. This is Moreland's first action of the postseason. Did not play yesterday, or did not get an at-bat yesterday. Was in the game as a defensive replacement late. But his first cracks with the bat here, and facing Tanaka. Does have a couple of home runs among his 5 hits. 5 for 23 career against this pitcher. And a rollover ground ball way out there in the grass is Torres. And there is out number 1. That's the first ground ball out for Tanaka.
Little sinking fastball to Moreland that he tried to pull in this game. Right now with the shifts, not going to get any hits that way. You know, it's interesting. Tanaka all year has pitched on the right day. 12 wins. His run support almost 6 runs per game by his mates.
Well, he pitched the Yankees to one of the most important wins of the postseason last year. Doesn't pitch tonight with the same kind of pressure. This is game 2, but he started game 3 of the division series last season against Cleveland. Remember, the Yankees were down 2-0 in that series. And Tanaka 7 shutout innings in game 3 with 7 strikeouts in a 1-0 Yankees win. Greg Bird hit a home run off Andrew Miller in the 7th inning. That was a key swing game for the Yankees. They would not lose again in that series and advance to the ALCS. A fly ball by Nunez to center field, and Tanaka has 2 quick outs.
You know, when Tanaka was signed, 7-year contract for $155 million, he was coming off an historic season in Japanese baseball. But he was a different pitcher. He could throw 95 and above with that split finger. But he has a compromised ulnar collateral ligament. He's become a different pitcher. Mixes up his fastball, slider, and changeup, but still a big game pitcher and able to get outs.
His 5th year as a Yankee, now 29 years of age. Year 5 of that 7-year deal for Tanaka. Kinsler takes a ball down and away. That year he had in Japan, it might go down as the greatest professional season by a pitcher in the history of baseball. Pitching for Rakuten in Japan, 24-0 and a 1.27 ERA. 1.27 ERA. He finished 8 games and he won 24 of them to no losses.
I know wins don't count, but 24-0, that counts.
That counts for something. And that was the season that ultimately sent him to the States here, and with the Yankees signing that big deal. 3 balls, no strikes on Ian Kinsler.
Not necessarily, even with a 3-0 count, going to get a fastball from Tanaka. Believes he can throw any pitch for a strike at any time.
Hitters count for Kinsler. And a swing and a miss. He chased one. 3 balls, 2 strikes. That's the thing about Tanaka. Any pitch, any count.
He's an interesting pitcher in the sense that he lets the hitters get themselves out. He's from the school that he really doesn't want to challenge anybody at any point. He wants to be precise on the corners with an assortment of pitches.
Has not had great success against the Yankees this season in his 4 starts, or beg your pardon, against the Red Sox this season. 4 starts, 7.58 ERA. One thing he did excel at this year was following a Yankees loss. He was their best pitcher. A swing and a miss. Tanaka strikes out Kinsler. 1-2-3 inning after the Yankees put 2 on the board in the 2nd. Now Giancarlo Stanton, a former MVP, on his way to the plate. Voit, Stanton, Sanchez coming to bat as we go to the 3rd. The MLB At Bat app brings every postseason moment to your favorite devices. You can catch every moment with features such as live radio broadcast, pitch tracking, in-game highlights, stats, news, and a whole lot more. Download MLB At Bat today. It's your #1 app for live baseball. Brian Anderson, Ron Darling, Lauren Shahadi, and there is Luke Voigt on the first pitch from Joe Kelly. And he has 2 outs in the books right now, first of this inning. As we check in with Lauren Shahadi. What do you have, Lauren?
BA, I asked Yankees GM Brian Cashman about Giancarlo Stanton. He told me very few times has a superstar come with no ego. He said Giancarlo is one of the few stars who says, I'll do whatever it takes to win, and actually means it. I asked Stanton about signing that record $325 million contract and asked him how life changed after. He told me, I was determined to not let it change. People around me changed. I didn't. It's not just physical ability with him. He's a high character guy.
Now that deal signed as a member of the Miami Marlins since 2010. He and Nelson Cruz at the top of the board for home runs the year Stanton entered the majors in 2010. 0-2 the count on Stanton. Moving from the outfield to the designated hitter role, mostly the DH. He did play some outfield when Judge was out, but he has adapted well to that role. Kelly's got him 0-2. And a hot shot into left center field. And over to cut it off is Benintendi. That's going to hold Stanton to a single. So a hit last night. Stanton has a hit tonight. 2 for 7 in this division series, and he is aboard with 1 away.
0-2 pitch. Slider, he stayed in there just enough. He's so strong that even though he was fooled a bit by the slider, still hits it in the gap. Good play by Benintendi getting to the ball. And if you talk to scouts around the league, one of the best arms to second base. Accurate.
Here's Gary Sanchez. Rocked his first postseason homer of 2018, his last time up. Kelly misses with a slider. There is history between Joe Kelly and the New York Yankees, and this rivalry that goes so far back and has so many moments to think about, both on the field and with balls in play and great pitching and the fights that have happened here. Joe Kelly was right in the middle of a brawl that occurred earlier this season. And every now and then, if you see some of these crowd shots, you might see a t-shirt that says Joe Kelly Fight Club. He has become a bit of an icon here from that brawl in May.
I don't know if it would have been a fair fight if Tyler Austin would have got his hands on him. About a 50-pound weight differential.
Kelly grabbing one of the final spots on this division series roster. Originally, Heath Hembree was left off. Alex Cora wanting to go with Kelly because of the velocity. Just felt like it played better in a postseason. Turns out now that Stephen Wright is out with a knee injury, taken off the roster. Heath Hembree is back and active, and we could see him tonight. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Stanton, the runner at first. Kelly with his first strikeout. And 2 men are gone in the 3rd inning. They've had some epic battles and brawls, but this is where it all started. So April 11th, there's a play at the plate, excuse me, at second base, and then the retaliation. And there they went. Says, come on.
Well, Kelly got his licks in, but the play at second base, they thought that Tyler Austin, a bad slide with kind of a leg whip, and he paid for it later.
And the Joe Kelly Fight Club began. 100-mile-an-hour fastball from Kelly for strike 1.
Easy gas out of the hand of Joe Kelly. Trying to hold the Yankees scoreless for the first time
Got a run in the first, 2 in the second. And Gregorius slaps it foul. No balls, 2 strikes on the Yankee shortstop. There's the Joe Kelly Fight Club t-shirt. Got a Tyler Austin Fight Club t-shirt somewhere in New York, I'm guessing.
Sure.
Should be. Crowd trying to help him out. Oh, 2 to Gregorius. And a high fly ball to center field routine for Jackie Bradley Jr. And there is a 0 on the board for Joe Kelly. Boston coming up. They trail 3-0 in Game 2 of the ALDS. Bleacher Report gives you the moments that matter faster. Download the BR app today. We're live at Fenway Park on a Saturday night. American League Division Series coverage here on TBS. And the Red Sox down 3-0. They will bat here in this 3rd inning. Sandy Leon will lead off for Boston. Masahiro Tanaka has been good. 2 innings in the books, no runs. He's only given up the 1 hit, which came on a 2-strike pitch to J.D. Martinez with 2 outs in the first. Retired the side in order in the second with a strikeout.
Well, some of this is happenstance, but some is talent. Masahiro Tanaka this year 5-1, an ERA of 2.01 following a New York Yankee loss. He's the stopper.
Shift is on for Leon, the switch hitting Boston catcher. Boston has comeback ability with their high-powered offense. 17 occasions this year they have come back from 3 or more runs. That led Major League Baseball. After Kelly puts up the first 0 of the night for Boston pitchers. David Price last just an inning and 2/3, giving up 3 hits, 3 runs, all earned. And a quick hook for Alex Cora to get Kelly in the game in the second inning. 2-2 to Leon. Bouncing ball right into the shift. That is Gregorius, the shortstop, for out number 1. Moments ago, Lauren caught up with Yankee manager Aaron Boone.
Aaron, Judge started this. How much does he change your lineup beyond his own performance?
He's such a good player, brings so much to our team, but away from the lines, in the dugout, the energy, the accountability he creates with guys, he sets the tone for us.
Tanaka has a great postseason track record. What makes him so good in big spots?
Well, he's a really talented pitcher, but so far tonight he's off to a good start, mixing his pitches, that slider split, mixing in the fastball as well, so far off to a good start.
Appreciate it, Aaron.
Yeah.
Great first year for Aaron Boone, team that won 100 games. Finished second in this division to Boston, had to go through the wild card to get here. Jackie Bradley Jr. with a base hit. He jumps on the first pitch. A clean single into left field, the second Boston hit, and a man is on from the bottom of the batting order as the Red Sox turn it over now.
Well, with the big shift on against Bradley, that entire shortstop position was open. He got a fastball away from Tanaka and just went that way. Aggressive hitting by Jackie Bradley Jr.
And here is Mookie Betts. Second time around for Tanaka. Boston goes 2 for 9. First time through the batting order. Tanaka with a strikeout, no walks. Betts, then Benintendi.
And I don't think because of this early deficit that the Red Sox are going to change what they've done all season long, and that is they will push the envelope. They've got guys that are great at stealing bases. They steal bases at an 80% clip. They're going to still be aggressive.
Betts, the batting champion this year in the American League. Front runner for MVP. You see his hot zones. Everything's a hot zone. But a .413 hitter down and in. And Masahiro Tanaka is a pitcher that lives on the bottom half of the plate when he's right. 1 ball, no strikes on Mookie Betts. Bradley, the runner at first. And a little half swing. Called strike anyway. Betts hit .346 during the regular season. First batting champ here in Boston since Bill Miller won that award back in 2003. 1-1. And a 2-1 it goes.
Well, Tanaka's trying to do just enough inside against these talented right-handed hitters of the Red Sox, but he's either going to be on the corner or off the plate, and he feels that even though he gets behind doing that sometimes, he can counter with either his slider or split finger behind in the count. That's a throw over with the flick of the thumb by Sanchez. Good move by Tanaka. Quick feet.
Handles every part of the pitching game well. He fields his position well, has a good move, conscientious of the running game, gives you a quick release to the plate, allows his catchers to throw out runners. Boston will try to put runners in motion and force the issue. See how aggressive they'll be down 3-0. 2 balls and a strike on Betts, and that bounces off of Sanchez, and Bradley cannot advance. That was a fortunate ricochet of Gary Sanchez right back to Tanaka.
Well, he didn't get crossed up, but I also think it's one of those times that we'll see occasionally that Gary Sanchez will get a little lazy behind the plate. That's a ball when it's thrown in the dirt, he's got to get down and block it. He tried to backhand it and end up hitting his shin guards.
Fortunate bounce. A one-out single by Bradley has given Betts a chance with a man on. Popped him up in the infield. Gregorius coming in just behind the mound. He's got it for the out. The second out, a big out for Tanaka to get Betts. 2 gone. Still at first is Bradley.
Tanaka's control is such that he just never gives in to the hitter. You're going to have to hit his pitch to beat him.
40 pitches for Tanaka. Has been a strike thrower. Does get a lot of chases, especially with the splitter and the slider. They put the shift on for Benintendi. 2 men are out for Boston here in the 3rd inning. Well, last night, Red Sox jumped out early. 3-run homer by J.D. Martinez. Different kind of game when you're managing from behind. J. Happ was chased early last night. The Yankees starter who had been so good against Boston.
Well, the Yankees last night got back in that game because their bullpen was outstanding in relief of J. Happ. Joe Kelly's going to have to do the same for the Red Sox tonight.
Benintendi ahead in the count. See, Tanaka really slows it down with men on base, all by design. Trying to get a little tension built up in the runners, the hitters. Lots of throws over to first. Most teams do that against Boston with their running game. Two balls, no strikes. And he hits the corner. 2-1, just on the edge for the strike.
I mean, just a little dart of a slider that starts off the plate away, bends just enough to catch that outside corner. You don't get more precise than that when you're behind in the count.
The 2-1. Benintendi pulls one. The shift is on. Torres right there to make the play. No problem. And a scoreless inning for Tanaka. He's got 3 in the books. It is 3-0 Yankees. T-Mobile is again going to bat for hurricane recovery, and you can help. Every time you tweet hashtag HR4HR, T-Mobile will donate another $1 to Team Rubicon. Beautiful Saturday night, Fenway Park. The Yankees have quieted down this crowd with 3 on the board early. Aaron Judge with a homer. Gary Sanchez has gone deep. Andrew McCutchen with an RBI as well. Joe Kelly back on the mound. Red Sox fans wringing their hands. Spike Lee in the house. That was the great Howie Singer in that Red Sox jersey, one of our colleagues. And a bouncing ball over to Moreland. And Duhar is out. And moments ago, Lauren had a chance to speak with Red Sox skipper Alex Cora.
Alex, a short outing by Price. How do you get length out of this bullpen?
We're about to see. Like I said yesterday, we're going to try to get 27 outs. Hopefully we'll have the lead, but we have work to do. We got Joey going back again to get us 3 outs, and we go from there.
Tanaka's mixing his pitches. What's the challenge in facing him?
We're just going to make sure he throws those pitches in the zone. We did a good job in the last one in New York against him. Been disciplined, not tonight. Thank you.
And our thanks to Alex Cora. And Joe Kelly only twice this year, going 2 innings out of the bullpen. He's recorded 5 outs. He has 1 away in the 4th inning. Gleyber Torres, his second at bat, walked and scored in the 2nd inning. And a high pop up. Mookie Betts will settle under it. And there is out number 2. And suddenly, if Joe Kelly is able to bridge this gap here between the starter David Price and you get into the middle innings, puts up another 0, you give your ball club a chance to come back in a game like this. All depends on the bullpen the rest of the way here for Boston.
You know, you have to remember that in these postseason games, after tonight's game, there will be a day off. It'll give Kelly and his other relief mates a chance to kind of catch their breath.
Joe Kelly has recorded 6 outs now on 17 pitches and has settled this game down from the mound for Boston. It was not the case with David Price on the mound, who records just 5 outs, gives up 3 hits and 3 runs. And another rough postseason start for David Price. 2 away, Brett Gardner, who walked in the 2nd as well. Those back-to-back walks with 2 outs in the 2nd inning proved key for the Yankees. It was Andrew McCutchen who drove in that 3rd run after those 2 walks, and that's what chased David Price from this game.
Kelly's mostly been a relief pitcher the last 2 seasons, but prior to that, 2015 2016, made 31 starts for the Red Sox.
Was a starter with the Cardinals when he first arrived to the big leagues in 2012. Been here in Boston since 14. That one's in there, a strike. And it's 2-2 on Gardner.
Choked up on that bat.
Last night, Boston rolling out some relievers they trust, they rely upon, that helped them to the 108 wins, but there was some nerves, it looked like, last night, some shakiness. Brandon Workman and Ryan Brazier. Could see both of those as part of this recovery here tonight, trying to get to the finish line after the short start by Price. 2-2, do it again. Kelly deals and Gardner takes a ball. Triple-digit fastball, misses inside.
Well, just like his last at bat, choking up on that bat, taking a good two-strike approach. It's almost sacrilegious in this building to say that he's a pesky hitter, but he is.
So the count is full. Gardner's been at the plate twice. He's been in a full count twice. Walked his last time up. And the 3-2, a swing and a foul. He spoils it. This will be pitch number 8 of the at-bat. Gardner has already seen 15 pitches in his 2 plate appearances. Number 16 here, 3-2, big bouncing ball to short. Bogaerts makes a play to end the inning. And a 1-2-3 frame for Joe Kelly. He gets 7 outs. J.D. Martinez will lead off. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Boston down 3-0 to the Yankees. History presented by Jim Beam. Drink smart. 31-year-old J.D. Martinez, MVP candidate this season. Drafted by the Astros. His career changed when he went to Detroit. And just another fantastic season as he starts this inning for Boston. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Had a single in the 1st inning. One of the 2 hits against Masahiro Tanaka here tonight.
Red Sox hitters not enjoying the strike zone of Bellino so far.
Alex Cora barking from the Red Sox dugout. And a little half swing, they will ask. And he goes. No balls, 2 strikes. Dan Bellino says, yeah, yell at Mike Winters now for a change.
I'll tell you, in this series, in these game and just a small part of this one. They've been very aggressive in calling that check swing.
Martinez had a hit on a 2-strike pitch his last time up, and he sends that one a little flare into right field. Judge will run it down, and there is out number 1 and a big bat to retire for Masahiro Tanaka. Yankees got a run in the first on the Judge home run, and then a 2-spot in the second inning. Joe Kelly comes on, does a terrific job. You figure he is done now. Joe Kelly, his longest outing of the year as a reliever, goes 2 1/3. Only gave up 1 hit, had a strikeout. Ryan Brazier, who made his postseason debut last night. You will see him in the Yankee 5th.
When I watch Tanaka take the signs from Sanchez, it's almost like he's looking at him like, excuse me?
Xander Bogaerts, high drive, deep center. Gardner is out of room. It's gone. Down goes the beer. Xander Bogaerts, a solo home run, and Boston is on the board. 3-1 Yankees.
Well, 2 of the 3 hits that the Red Sox have gotten in this game have come on the first pitch fastball, as they're trying not to get deep in the count with Tanaka, who's occasionally trying to get ahead with that fastball. Bogaerts wouldn't allow it.
Second career postseason home run. How much you get for hitting the beer off the top of the wall? Boston gets one on the board. A towering fly ball to center field. There is a slight breeze blowing out that way now as well. Mitch Moreland with 1 away, trying to add to it. First run allowed by Tanaka is a long ball from Bogaerts, who hit 23 during the regular season.
Well, that's the one area where Tanaka struggled. 25 home runs allowed and only 156 innings pitched.
Getting into the part of the order Tanaka knows he must contain here and get to the bottom half. Moreland, Nunez, Kinsler. Masahiro Tanaka looks at his catcher.
Yeah,
my fault.
Yeah, my fault. The pitch was supposed to be down and away, and he just left it middle, but that happens.
Here's a 2-1 to Moreland. Big swing and a miss.
Saw Tanaka talking to himself. I'm usually pretty good at reading lips, but certainly no chance with Masahiro.
And another big hack, and Tanaka strikes him out. So after the home run, comes back with a K. Second strikeout for Tanaka. And a good answer.
Well, you were talking earlier, Brian, that he's spent some time and found that split finger, and that's been very effective so far.
Struggled in his last couple of starts in the regular season. And working in the side sessions and whatnot, that allows you to go a little more all out than you normally would in a regular season setup, knowing he wasn't going to pitch only if the Yankees advance, and it'd be days and weeks between starts for Tanaka. And he was able to find it. Sometimes those aggressive bullpen side sessions make a big difference. Nunez takes a ball down and away. 2 balls, no strikes. Red Sox up with 2 away. A run is in. David Price has made his way back to the Red Sox dugout. Another frustrating night for him. What has been a brilliant second half turns into a nightmare first start in this postseason.
A little chink in the armor for Tanaka here. It's the first inning that he has lost a little of his control.
Ian Kinsler waits to hit next. It's a 3-0 count. Tanaka does not have a walk yet, and he misses badly. It's a walk to Nunez, and the Red Sox will bring the tying run to the plate. That's got Aaron Boone gnawing at the gum. His pitching coach Larry Rothschild.
The day of letting your starting pitcher kind of figure it out in the postseason, long gone.
Well, and especially with the Yankees' terrific bullpen.
Yeah.
They've got as many weapons in that bullpen as any team in the big leagues right now in the postseason. They're not afraid to go to them. But the shift on for Kinsler. 2 outs in the inning. There's a strike from Tanaka. Kinsler's had some big power years in the big leagues, had a terrific career, 13 seasons in all. He's won a Gold Glove. He's been an All-Star 4 times. He's hit 30 homers in a season twice. Traded from the Angels to the Red Sox this year. One of the things the Red Sox liked about Kinsler, and Dave Dombrowski, of course, had him in Detroit, knowing that he's got some big game potential in him. There's Dave Dombrowski heading up the baseball operations department for the Red Sox. They got a great staff leading this team to 108 wins this year. Down and away. 2 balls and a strike. Larry Rothschild, a close eye on Tanaka. Yankee bullpen is quiet. There are 2 outs in this 4th inning, but a run is in on a Bogaerts homer. Two. Kinsler has been one of the toughest hitters to strike out throughout his career. This year he was 5th in that category. Only struck out once every 8.3 plate appearances. Does put the bat on the ball. It's a light hitting catcher on deck for Boston. But the tying run is at the plate. 2-2. Kinsler swings and misses. Down he goes. Big punch out for Tanaka. The inning is over. He strikes out 2 after the home run by Bogaerts. It's 3-1 Yankees.
MLB postseason on TBS is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Step up to the plate for savings. Visit Progressive.com. And by Sprint. Switch today.
ALDS on TBS. And here we go to the Yankee half of the 5th inning. Top of the order coming up. It'll be Ryan Brazier on the mound. He pitched yesterday, Ron. He pitched toward the bottom of the the Yankees order yesterday. Yeah. He's got a little different part of the lineup to deal with here tonight.
Well, I think Alex Cora is thinking that maybe the nerves that he had in yesterday's ball game, when allowed a fielder's choice, a hit, and a walk, that those nervous moments are gone and that he'll feel better today. Great job by Joe Kelly, who got 7 outs, only allowed a hit, struck out 1 on 25 pitches. 20 of them were strikes.
You can imagine Alex Cora, who struggled with that decision on who to add to the back end of the bullpen, goes with Kelly, wanting the velocity, and he pitches beautifully in his first time out. And I'm sure the confidence rises for Alex Cora as this series moves on, knowing he's got another hard throwing weapon down there in Kelly. Sometimes you play that hunch versus what you've seen all season. And Kelly, if the Red Sox happen to come back to win this game, that is going to be a big part of the story, as he settled down this game from the mound, going 2 1/3, giving up just the 1 hit. McCutchen, a big swing and a miss, and Brazier a strikeout to start the 5th inning.
Well, that's got to be a big vote of confidence for Brazier.
TBS Total Motion here, Ronnie, presented by Progressive on the Judge home run. That sweet swing of Aaron Judge, producing big power,
quieting the crowd.
That came in the first. It was 445 feet into the deep reaches of the monster in left center field. Brazier deals, and a swing and a miss. What's impressive about Judge this postseason already, and this is his 3rd game of the postseason, he has hits against 6 different pitchers. And he's homered in each of the 3 games thus far. First inning home run against the Athletics in the wild card game. Last at bat yesterday off Kimbrel. In the 9th inning, he homered to right field. And none longer than the one he hit in the first off David Price. Homer in 3 straight games to start a postseason. Aaron Judge is on the list, and if he stays healthy and remains a Yankee, he's going to be rewriting a lot of the records, significant records in New York that stand. What a start he's off to. Brazier's got him 0-2. And a shot to third. Nice play, Nunez. And Moreland can't pick it. Throw goes into the camera well. Judge on his way to second. Boy, the hard part, he handled the throw off the mark, and even the great defender Moreland couldn't make that pick. And Judge into second base with 1 out.
Well, I think what happened to Nunez is that it was a great play, but he had more time, and he could have stood up and really fired the ball over there, kind of slung it from the side. And you see Moreland trying to stay on the base at the same time trying to catch the baseball.
That'll be an E5 on Nunez. Red Sox really like Nunez at third base. They think he's a plus defender there. He's had his troubles at second base, but they like him at third, and he has earned the playing time over Rafael Devers because of it. But an error there. Instead of 2 outs, nobody on, Judge is at second for Luke Voit. And a good block by Leon.
I mean, that ball he caught behind him, and the throw not even close.
We'll see how Brazier handles the adversity. Two guys matching up in an American League Division Series, starting the year in AAA. Luke Voit in Memphis with the Cardinals. Brazier in Pawtucket closing games in AAA with Boston. A swing and a miss, and it's 1-1.
Brazier, before he came up this year, had been in the major league since 2013 with the Angels.
After a year in Japan last year, he was shaky in his first outing yesterday. You could tell the nerves were on him. He's throwing strikes here in his second go-round. Should have 2 outs, nobody on. Instead, Judge at second. And that one down and away. Voit doesn't bite this time.
Well, that's the most difficult part of facing this dynamic Yankees lineup. You just can't give them extra outs. Everyone in the lineup can hit it out of the ballpark.
Three and one. Voigt's had a great run against all opponents in the American League, but against the Red Sox, over his last 6 games, he has 10 hits. 10 for 23, including 5 home runs for Voit. Stepping up in the big moments against the rivals. And he's hitting third in this lineup tonight for the Yankees. Judge with a lead at second. Hitters count for Voit. The 3-1 fouled away. Voit, opposite field power, Ronnie, and when he can get extended, he does big damage. No ballpark can hold him.
Yeah, he's so strong. And this is a zero that Brazier has to put up. After the Bogarts home run, it gets the Red Sox on the board. They need a zero.
Always loads it up in the splitter grip. His tight slider is his out pitch, though. Full count. And he missed. That was the splitter. And Voit able to lay off. Good at bat there by Luke Voit. And now 2 on with 1 away. Hey, a reminder, don't miss the Brewers and the Rockies in the National League Division Series tomorrow. It's on MLB Network at 4:30 Eastern. Brewers Rockies from Coors Field, game 3, with the Brewers up 2-0 in that series. Dana Levangie on his way back to the mound. Second appearance on the mound tonight for the Red Sox pitching coach.
Well, trying to settle down his less experienced reliever. I mean, he's been around a long time. He's been all over the globe playing this sport. But a big moment here.
Brazier, 31 years of age.
I mean, Stanton, biggest slugger in the game.
2 on.
Most feared slugger in the game.
Stan hit a long home run in the wild card game. Pulled it right down the line. Stanton has a hit tonight. Had a hit last night. 2 on, 1 out. Bullpen is active for Boston. Brazier in need of a ground ball. The Red Sox set up to turn 2 against Stanton. There's Eduardo Rodriguez. Starter during the regular season, moving into the bullpen for the postseason. It's 3-1. Red Sox just scored on the Bogarts home run.
From the side, the cut of Stanton late on that fastball because of the good placement down and away.
And it's 0-2. Brazier has induced 3 double plays this year in the regular season for Boston. Has the downward action on pitches. But Stanton is a low ball hitter. Not sure you want to mess around down there.
He's also one of the few hitters in the game now. We talk about launch angle all the time. He's a top hand hitter, a line drive hitter. He's just so strong they go out of the ballpark. Brazier, though, with the advantage.
No balls, 2 strikes. Judge at second, Voit at first. 1 out in this inning, and a swing and a miss. He struck him out. He went upstairs with the fastball at 96 miles an hour. And the second out of the 5th, and it is the second K for Brazier.
Well, Daniel Levangeli came out to speak to him and gave him the scouting report and executed it perfectly. Fastballs up in the strike zone, and the last one to put him away.
Two gone now. Here is Gary Sanchez. His leadoff home run in the second Yankee run. It's interesting how Brazier, he doesn't shake off. He just stares in as Leon goes through the signs until he gets the one he wants. We've seen a number of Yankee hitters step out the last 2 days. Big hack by Sanchez. It's 1-1. Top of the second. This is how it started. It was 1-0 New York. Sanchez made it 2-0 with that clout. Gotta feel good for him. He did hit 18 home runs this year, but had his worst offensive season. There was talk about Gary Sanchez before the year started that he was the best hitter in the Yankee lineup, all-around hitter. Rolls over that one foul, and a ball and 2 strikes, and now Brazier, with an error and a walk behind him, can get through this 5th inning, has a chance to strike out 3 in this 5th inning.
This would not only be huge for Brazier, be huge for the Red Sox and Alex Cora. It would be another reliever who's come in the game who's successful.
Red Sox will have 8, 9, and 1 due up in the bottom of the 5th.
Sanchez's hand is still ringing from hitting that slider off the end of the bat. That's why he's taking a little extra time. Oh, he just told him to get in the box. Brazier just told Sanchez to get in the box. And Sanchez had words for Brazier.
Get in the box.
I can read those lips.
Okay, exactly. 1-2 the count on Sanchez. 2 on. And a swing and a miss. He struck him out. And a stare down. On his way to the first base dugout. Brazier strikes out 3. Works around an error. And it's still 3-1 Yankees. This 2018 American League Division Series is presented by T-Mobile. An exchange of words and glares between Brazier and Sanchez, and Brazier strikes him out to end the inning. And Fenway Park starting to rumble now, and the Red Sox down 2 will send up Sandy León. We talked during the break whether Boston might pinch hit for León, carrying 3 catchers on their roster, but they're going to let it ride with their starter. Maybe too early to use the pinch hitter for Alex Cora at this point. Masahiro Tanaka back on the mound, and a swing and a miss makes it 0-2 quickly.
What's interesting is that in the bullpen for the Yankees, Dellin Betances going to maybe use him very similar if Tanaka fails here in the 5th, exactly like he was used in the wild card game when he came in for Severino.
And he was loosening during the break, so maybe one batter, maybe a man that reaches, and a decision would be made. At least he's ready to face Jackie Bradley Jr., who is due next.
The easier decision would be if Tanaka could give him 6 more outs.
8-9-1 coming up here in the Red Sox 5th. And the 1-2, León takes a ball. 2-2 now.
And that's really what it's about, right? You have the 8th, 9th hitter. If somehow Tanaka gets 1 or 2 of these hitters on, then yeah, you turn the lineup over for the 3rd time, and Aaron Boone doesn't want Tanaka to face that lineup the 3rd time unless he retires these 2.
Brandon Workman is now getting loose for Boston after Brazier with a nice bounce back after last night. Swinging a foul by León. He hangs in there, and the count remains at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sandy hit just 177 during the regular season. That gives you an idea of what the Red Sox think about his defensive work. That you could survive on a 108 win team hitting 177. Bouncing ball, the shift was on, so that is Andujar over there, and no problem for out number 1. Technically goes as a 5-3 putout, 1 away. Let's check in with Casey Stern in our Atlanta studios. What do you have, Casey? All right, Casey, thanks. Both the Braves and the Rockies hoping for a little home cooking that will do them well, down 2-0 apiece in that series to the Dodgers and the Brewers. Jackie Bradley Jr. now with 1 away. And the Boston perspective here, force the hand of Aaron Boone, get into the Yankees bullpen, as good as it is. Somehow get a man on and bring the tying run to the plate. Tanaka could put this on cruise control if he retires Bradley Jr. I'll be curious to see if Boone lets it ride with a 2-run lead with Betts coming up and the 3rd time through. Key hitter here for Tanaka.
Well, postseason now for managers is proactive. There used to be a time that you were reactive. If a starting pitcher got into trouble, then you'd get the bullpen up. Now proactively, you've got the bullpen up just in case your pitcher gets in trouble.
One ball, 2 strikes. Tanaka facing Bradley. 1 gone in the 5th. Let's see what Tanaka has in mind here. Goes with a high fastball. It's fascinating watching Tanaka work with his command, the way he goes up and down, in and out. They call it rocking the boat.
Very few fastballs, though, have been thrown for strikes. He really is using that to set up his secondary pitches.
He's been great in the postseason. Last 4 postseason starts, only 3 runs allowed in over 24 innings. See Sanchez, he's upset at himself. It's not going to show up anywhere. That's a 2-strike pitch in the dirt.
You have to anticipate that, because if it gets away and Bradley swings, he goes to first base. Another backhand.
It's twice now for Sanchez, who's been excellent so far. Here's a 3-2 and a swing and a foul. That hung right in the middle of the plate. It was down, though. And we'll do it again. Another 3-2. Bradley with a single in the third inning. Got him. Took a little off. And Jackie Bradley Jr. is gone on strikes. 2 gone for Tanaka. It's just great pitching here in this 5th inning.
Well, the slider was called by Sanchez. He shook to the split finger, and that was the hard split finger. And it fools Bradley.
Great look at the grip. Hides it behind the leg. Hitters tell you just don't pick up the baseball from Tanaka. So it allows Boone to leave Tanaka in with that 2-run lead. He'll face Betts here in the 5th inning. And for now, Dellin Betances quiets down in the Yankee bullpen.
And that's the art of bullpenning, isn't it? To get ready and to be close to being ready without using all your bullets.
Defensive swing by Betts. 1 ball, 1 strike on Mookie, who is 0 for 2. A 30-30 season this season. 30+ homers, 30+ steals, and he drives one center field, hit hard. Back is Gardner, and he's got it. Gardner with a great jump runs it down. Betts hit it right on the barrel. A 1-2-3 inning for Tanaka. Big one for the Yankees. We go to the 6th, 3-1 New York. Time for the Art of Performance presented by Jaguar. And how about the youngest to 6 postseason home runs. Alex Bregman, 24 years of age, 190 days. He just continues to rise in the big moments in the postseason. Burst onto the scene last year, and with Altuve banged up this season, Bregman was their best hitter. So Brandon Workman now for Boston, Ronnie, and back-to-back days for him as well. And another guy back on the mound, trying to settle into postseason baseball in 2018.
Yeah, it seemed like he had some nervousness also last night, but came up with maybe the biggest pitch of the night, striking out Torres with the bases loaded in the 6th.
And he got him on the big curveball, his signature pitch, and he hadn't thrown many curveballs leading up to that. Pitching across 2 innings, Workman went a third of an inning, got the 1 out, the strikeout to Torres, did give up a hit, no earned runs allowed. Workman threw 17 pitches last night.
He was one of the quartet of pitchers that Alex Cora used out of the bullpen to get 7 outs.
Didi Gregorius batting for the 3rd time. He's 0 for 2, had a ground out in the 2nd, and then he flew out to center field in the 3rd. Been no signs whatsoever of the cartilage injury for Didi Gregorius that he suffered. He returned to the lineup last Friday, so Friday week ago, so it's been 8 days since he has been back. He missed 5 games. What was reported as torn cartilage in his right wrist. An incredible recovery from torn cartilage, and he looks good. Did he go? Yes, he did. Called strike anyway, I believe, from Dan Bellino.
I thought he called him on the swing, and that's why he's upset.
Might have had it both ways. Gregorius strikes out for the first out of the 6th inning.
Well, let's see if he went. Absolutely not.
Checks the swing. That means the pitch is the strike, right?
So he called this pitch a strike. Curveball that he catches on the ground.
Boone not pleased, but it looked like it crossed the box at the bottom of the zone. First ball swinging, Andujar fouls it off. Pulls it down the line with Nunez protecting that line.
So Workman much different tonight, using that curveball early and often.
Red Sox have Eduardo Rodriguez back up and throwing in the bullpen. Woo! 0-2 the count on Andujar. Third reliever used by Alex Cora. Short start for David Price. Inning in 2/3, giving up 3 earned runs. Joe Kelly was impressive in 2 1/3. Little handle shot, flare, falling. It's down, a base hit for Andujar. A 1-out single. That's the first hit for the Yankees since the 3rd inning. That was Stanton's single. And the first of the night for Andujar. A man is on with 1 away in the 6th inning.
Well, good pitch by Workman, just fisted by Andujar out to right field. Couldn't place it any better.
Would be a huge spot for the Yankees to score, to add on here in the 6th inning. Remember, the Red Sox at the top of their order. Betts just lined out to end the inning. They've got Benintendi, JD Martinez, and Xander Bogaerts due up in the home 6th. On the ground up the middle, and Gleyber Torres with a base hit. Finds a hole. Back-to-back hits for the 2 rookies in this Yankees lineup. And the Yanks are in business now. 2 on, 1 away. And Alex Cora is on his way out. Now Brett Gardner, the next hitter, the lefty. You saw Rodriguez getting ready, and it will be Rodriguez to face Gardner in the matchup with 1 away in the 6th. Pitching change at Fenway, game 2 of the ALDS. Monday for more postseason action. We have a couple of Game 3s of the American League Division Series presented by T-Mobile. Pre-game coverage starts at 1 p.m. Eastern, and then it's Astros Indians at 1:30, Red Sox Yankees at 7:30. TBS, your exclusive home for the AL postseason. An Indians fan in the throwback jerseys made his way to Fenway Park. So the left-hander Eduardo Rodriguez, a starter during the regular season. He did make 4 relief appearances during the regular season. He put up terrific numbers, but he is a reliever for this division series, and he will match up with Brett Gardner.
Well, I think the key for Alex Cora is 6 pitchers used last night, already 5 used tonight.
And with a starter going only an inning and 2/3, the bullpenning is underway in Boston in back-to-back games. 2 on, 1 away. And Duhar with a little flare single to right, and then Torres with a chopper up the middle. Back-to-back hits. Let's send it down to Lauren Shahadi. What do you have, Lauren?
Brian, I'm told as Brett Gardner goes, so do the Yankees. Zach Britton said, when you think of a baseball player, you think of him. The definition of intangibles. Britton added, he's scrappy. He's a nightmare at bat. He makes you throw a lot of pitches. Then he gets on base. He's fast. He's a threat to steal. He's just a giant pain for opposing pitchers.
He is a pain. Asked Aaron Boone about Brett Gardner. He said he's a savage.
And he's got some pop as well. He's a little guy, and you think of him as a slap hitter, but he can turn and burn, especially here in Boston with the pesky pole down the right field line. Rodriguez stays away from him. Andrew McCutchen, the Yankees leadoff hitter, is on deck.
2 things a manager does not want when he brings in a reliever. First, of course, is he doesn't retire him, gives up a base hit. But even worse than that is to come in and walk a hitter, especially when you have a lefty-lefty matchup.
And you're playing that matchup. You think of Rodriguez as a potential multi-inning option, but first and foremost, it's a matchup option. And his first chance, and that is in there for a strike. Needed that one. 3-1 now.
Well, the outfield arms here for the Red Sox as good as any in baseball. Incredibly accurate. Benintendi in left. Bradley probably has the best arm of the 3 in center field. He's thrown the ball close to 100 miles an hour on StatCast this year. And Mookie Betts just all around great fielder.
And Duhar, the runner at second, and a high pop-up. Got in on the label, and Bogaerts is there to make the catch. They called the infield fly rule there. Catch made nonetheless. Second out in the inning, and a big one for Rodriguez.
Big comeback by Rodriguez to retire Gardner after falling behind 3-0.
That was right about at the edge of what is considered infield fly rule material. We have been there before. So Gardner's retired, top of the order. Andrew McCutchen. Rodriguez will stay. 2 on, 2 outs. Swing and a miss. McCutchen with a big hack. That was right down the middle, but he took something off.
McCutchen already has a big 2-out hit RBI in this ball game.
His first ever postseason run batted in. That extended the Yankee lead to 3-0 in the second inning. And the last run they have produced.
Rodriguez calling his catcher out.
And also bringing Bogaerts in. That would probably tell you that they are concerned about sign stealing at second base.
Doubt if there's any sign stealing with a rookie on second base, but paranoia is everywhere in the postseason.
Yankees have struggled with runners in scoring position in this series, and the game and a half we played, they are 2 for 12 But McCutchen has one of those hits. The RBI single in the second inning. 2 on. 2 men are out. No balls and a strike on Andrew McCutchen. A 1-out single by Andujar. Torres had the ground ball up the middle for a single. And a swing and a miss.
It almost seems like anyone who has pitched for the Red Sox or the Yankees in this series this year have struggled. 17 and 2/3 innings for Rodriguez, 14 base on balls, 13 runs.
He has just thrown 2 excellent changeups to get McCutchen out in front. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Crowd is up. McCutchen fouls it away. This time the fastball. Rodriguez changeup would be classified as just enough off speed.
Well, it's his weapon against right-handed hitters. His best weapon.
About 6 to 7 miles an hour off his fastball. Another 1-2 to McCutchen. Missed with it that time. Aaron Judge on deck. Cora taking a shot with Rodriguez. Bullpen's quiet. Only in the 6th inning. Two. Got it. A foul tip into the mid of Leon. A strikeout to end the inning and ends the Yankee threat. Still 3-1.
Postseason on TBS is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes can save you 15% or more on car insurance. And by Midas. Trust the Midas touch.
We are headed to the bottom of the 6th inning at Fenway Park in Boston. It is game 2 of the American League Division Series. Standing tall, the 6'8" Dellin Betances taking over this 6th inning for the Yankees. He's got Benintendi leading off, and strike one to start his inning.
Aaron Boone is going to his strength. You can see also going to his defense with Echeverria now taking the place of Andujar at third.
Well, the great play in the wild card game, Marcus Semien hit a shot just as Aaron Boone put Echeverria in the game. Fabulous catch, taking extra bases away from Semien. There's a jam shot roller over to first base. Voit will race to the bag and beats Benintendi for out number 1. And in that wild card game, Dellin Betances showing those flashes of greatness, and it showed up. 6 up, 6 down. Last Wednesday against Oakland, he was dominant.
Yeah, he can dominate lineups like about as good as anybody in anyone's bullpen in baseball.
Betances with the first out on Benintendi. J.D. Martinez coming up. And a swing and a miss. Let's check in with Lauren.
Brian, every single one of JD's teammates say he's obsessed with being great. He started taping his batting practice swings so he could see if anything was off. He also carries around a bag full of tools to help his hitting. We're talking balance mechanisms, rotating plates that help him with timing. You name it, it's in this bag he calls his toy box. He told me all the guys used to make fun of him, but then they slowly started to ask, got anything to fix this? Got anything to fix that? JD said, fine, just respect the toy box next time.
Yeah, now Mookie Betts has started to use a lot of the elements that J.D. Martinez brings to his hitting. He's not just a great hitter. As he gets jammed, that's another one on the label, and back-to-back ground ball outs for Dellin Betances. 2 up, 2 down for the big right-hander. Masahiro Tanaka goes 5 tonight, gives up the 1 run, the Bogaerts home run in the 4th inning. And now you turn it over to a highly skilled bullpen. Bogaerts with 2 away this time. He lined out in the 1st inning, hit it sharply to center field. Gardner made a nice running catch on him. And then he hit one over his head in the seats. Next time up.
Bogaerts very unusual that most hitters in today's game will stand as far back in that batter's box as they can, their foot on the back line. He bats right from the middle of that batter's box against a hard thrower like Betances.
And how big Betances must look to a hitter standing on top of the mound at 6'8" already. 6'8", 265. No balls and a strike, and a swing and a foul back. 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Take a look at the home run of Bogaerts, courtesy of StatCast, powered by Amazon Web Services. Left the bat at 102 plus exit velocity, and a 411-foot home run took a beer down on its way.
Fenway Park beer pong.
0-2 the count. On the ground to third. Echeverria just in for defense. Nice and easy to first, and a 3 up, 3 down frame for Dellin Betances. Yankees inching closer. We go to the 7th.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Office of the Commissioner of Baseball and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent.
Red Sox Yankees, we head to the 7th. Aaron Judge will start it for New York. Eduardo Rodriguez is back on the mound. Gets the final 2 outs of the 6th inning, including a strikeout of McCutchen. And facing Judge, Voit, and Stanton perhaps in this 7th inning. Starter turned reliever. Aaron Judge is hitless in his career against Eduardo Rodriguez. 0 for 10. But he is a hitter that is on his A game right now at the plate. He's hit 3 balls hard tonight. One of them he destroyed for a home run in the 1st inning. Then he lined out to right in the 2nd. Then hit a bullet to 3rd. That Nunez had a throwing error on. 1 for 3 for Judge. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And a soft roller. Rodriguez got to get over. Moreland backhands. Rodriguez not there. And Judge beats it out. An infield hit. He never broke from the mound.
It's not only that he didn't break from the mound, he didn't show any hustle to try to make up for it. It's almost like he gave up on the play. Now it's always a little more difficult for the left-hander, but you can see him running whether he's hurt or not, but he never really put any hustle into a huge play to start the 7th.
Now, remember, Rodriguez had a gruesome ankle injury on a play at first base, rolled his ankle. I don't know if that's in his mind or not, or if he's still feeling the effects of that, but boy, that's a big base runner to give up right there. 2nd hit of the game for Aaron Judge. And now Voit is up.
Imagine that's Judge's first hit against Rodriguez.
Now 1 for 11, and the softest contact he's made all series. Aaron Judge now has hits off 7 different pitchers in this postseason. In the age of bullpenning.
Oh, every time he comes around, they try to get someone else in there.
2 balls, no strikes on Voit. That injury for Rodriguez came in July. It was his right ankle, covering first base, trying to jump over a base runner. And a swing and a miss by Voit.
Swinging 3-0.
Rodriguez missed a month and a half after that injury. That's a good look. That's a rally look if there ever was one. Seams are stretched, to say the least.
Stay out of spandex.
And a swing and a miss. Voit with the big rip on the fastball from Rodriguez. Changeup's been a good pitch for him. Going back to it here, 3-2. Walked him. 1st and 2nd, nobody out in the 7th. Remember, the bullpen is quiet. Alex Cora gonna let it ride. And another visit to the mound. That was TBS Total Motion presented by Progressive.
I mean, what a launch angle there by Judge. Sanchez out on his front foot, but still strong enough to hit that out of the ballpark. And a pitch up in the strike zone off Tanaka that Bogarts handles.
The 3 home runs in this game.
We've had 8 games of the division series, including this one so far. Only 44 runs scored combined.
Now these super bullpens are going to work. And it's so interesting to look at the Red Sox. So this was the one piece to their puzzle that you raise questions about, their bullpen. And with Stephen Wright, if you are just picking us up and you're not familiar with the scene, Stephen Wright, one of their relievers, the knuckleballer, taken off the DS roster before the game today. Knee problems. Only 2 mound visits remain. We're only in the 7th. 2 on. Here's Giancarlo Stanton. And a big wave and a miss. There's that changeup by Rodriguez. Infield hit and a walk. Judge and Voit on base. Stanton 1 for 3 tonight. Bullpen is empty, or it is quiet, at least on the mound. There's plenty of pitchers down there, but this is Eduardo Rodriguez's game. You're down in game 2. You've won game 1. He's going to let it ride here with his left-hander. Chopper, third base. Picked, thrown to second, and a bad throw. He's off the bag. Safe at second is Kinsler. Nunez disagrees. They will certainly have a look at this, but if it stands, that's 2 bad throws by Nunez, putting the Red Sox in all kinds of trouble here.
It was almost like he was undecided whether to tag Judge, who was running by him. Once he realized he couldn't do that, then he decided to go to second instead of first. Good hustle by Voit. See that indecision cost him the throw.
Let's see. That looks like a great call by the second base umpire, Angel Hernandez. This will be a better look at it right there, and the foot's off.
Yeah, Kinsler tried his best to hold on to that bag, but I'm with you, Brian. I think he's off the base.
We see it a lot at first base, where it is where the ball meets the leather in the glove.
I mean, literally, that's the play that Nunez wants to make, because he wants to keep the double play in order to get that out.
This replay review powered by Mitel. Calling umpire Angel Hernandez. The crew chief is over there with him, Mike Winters. And it certainly didn't see enough for this one to stand. Again, where the ball hits the leather, the back of the glove, right there. Wow, Ron, that is as close as it gets. But the call on the field is safe. There has to be enough evidence to overturn.
Yeah, exactly.
And they rarely overturn.
Tough call in Chelsea. The Fenway faithful feel like, as they watch it on the board, that Kinsler kept his foot on the bag. We feel otherwise here.
Now the rhythm of the challenges the last couple of years here, close plays like that, they usually stick. Here comes the result from the replay center, and out is the call. They overturn it. Big play, big call. So Nunez does get the out at second base. Instead of bases loaded, nobody out. It's first and third and 1 away. Wow. I mean, the replay speeds of these cameras and these tape machines, we're able to see things we've never seen before in the last few years.
And let's not forget the athletic play of Kinsler, just to somehow stay on that bag, according to replay.
Now there's a break for the Red Sox. It is first and third. Now a double play can get Rodriguez out of this inning. Judge and Stanton on the corners. Gary Sanchez at the plate. 3-1 Yankees. Seen a lot of bang bang calls the last few years. They rarely get overturned. That's a big moment. But Sanchez can wipe it all clean with a base hit right here. Yankees have not scored since the second inning. 2-0 the count. Yankees did a lot of damage this year with the long ball. They broke a major league record in home runs. They were especially great with the long ball from the 7th inning on. And a swing and a miss.
Wild swing by Sanchez.
How about a 2-0 changeup from Rodriguez? There's Heath Hembry, just added to this division series roster for the Red Sox today. Stephen Wright disabled. There's a drive into left center field. Sanchez is watching. This ball's flying. 3-run blast out of Fenway Park, all the way out. And a game breaker for the Yankees. "6-1 New York." Sanchez with his second home run of the night.
We talked about once the postseason starts, you erase all that happened this summer. And we thought Judge's ball was long. This one out of the ballpark.
Wow, just an extraordinary blast from Gary Sanchez. Bouncing ball third base, Nunez. And the throw is good this time as Gregorius is retired for the second out. Boy, think back to the last at bat for Gary Sanchez. He strikes out with 2 on. The stare down between and Brazier. Brazier won that battle, and how sweet that must have felt for Gary Sanchez. First time he's hit 2 home runs in a game, 2 or more homers since May 19th. No doubt.
Boy, he tried to come in with a fastball, left it out over the plate.
Woo! On to Lansdowne Street. That's where that baseball landed. Echeverria's first at bat. And a 6-3 put out to end the inning. The long ball is the story tonight. The Yankees get a multi-home run game from Gary Sanchez. A 3-run blast, and it's 6-1 New York. Let's bring you inside the booth, presented by Capital One. Brian Anderson and Ron Darling, and we just witnessed one of the longer home runs you'll see. 479-foot home run from Gary Sanchez. Now take you back to Aaron Boone before the wild card game. He was playing a hunch about Gary Sanchez that he was going to let it ride with him. He was his starter, and he was going to play every inning, and he's delivering with the bat.
You have to remember that he's one of the core young players of this group. He had a bad year offensively. He might have had a bad year defensively also, but they are completely sold that Sanchez at some point is going to be a huge star in this league, and he's looking like a big star in the postseason.
Yeah, 2 home runs tonight, joining with Judge, who hit a majestic home run as well, and a game-breaking moment perhaps with that 3-run blast to make it 6-1. Powered that ball onto Lansdowne. And so now Dellin Betances with a 5-run lead to work with.
Well, you can see how Betances is going to be used. They're going to try to get him 2 innings of work each and every time they have a lead.
There's a shot, and the shift was on, but right through it goes Moreland, a base hit. StatCast AI, powered by AWS. Projected distance down onto the street, 479, which is the longest home run he's hit in the StatCast era. It had been 461 feet. Yankees have some mileage with their home runs tonight. Sanchez hit one into the monster seats in the 2nd inning. 4 RBIs tonight for the Yankee catcher.
I mean, fooled badly on the 2-0 changeup. They tried to come in with that fastball, and I don't know if I've ever seen a home run hit at this ballpark on highlights or in person that far.
Popped him up. Nunez in the air, shallow right. Judge is coming in. He'll make the call, and he's got it for the out. 1 away. Now, base hit by Moreland, the first base runner that has reached against Betances. He had retired 9 in a row. 6 up, 6 down in the wild card game, and went 3 up, 3 down in the 6th inning here tonight. Pretty easy formula for the Yankees. Get the lead even around the 5th inning.
Yeah.
Get the lead, and there is a straight shot to Aroldis Chapman, they hope. That's the formula anyway.
Well, they got 5 solid innings out of Tanaka. Makes it a little easier. Only gave up the 1 run.
Ian Kinsler takes a ball inside. David Robertson has a 15-pitch outing yesterday. Robertson went a clean inning with a couple of strikeouts. He is one of the many closer types that make up this leverage portion of the Yankee bullpen, the A bullpen.
It's not only closer types. These guys have been top of the food chain closers.
That's right. Yeah, Zach Britton and Robertson. Betances certainly has the closer stuff, and then Aroldis Chapman actually owns that role for the Yankees. There's a strike to Kinsler. So the formula is in place, and now the Red Sox will try to stir that up and disrupt the plan for Aaron Boone. Kinsler with a man on with 1 away. Aroldis Chapman starting to loosen up. I know Jim Rice hit one completely out of Fenway around that area,
but it was to the right of the foul pole. That one was to the left, but still, I think it still would have had the distance. Apologies to Jim Ed.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Betances with Moreland at first. Kinsler is 0 for 2, a couple of strikeouts. One of the toughest hitters to strike out all year in the American League. And he's gone down twice via the K. And he sends that one into deep left field. McCutchen on his way back. And that one's going to bounce off the wall. It takes a big bounce past McCutchen. Moreland all the way around. And he will score And it's an RBI double. Ian Kinsler on a 2-strike pitch makes it 6-2 Yankees.
Well, it almost looked like to me, as Kinsler got a lot of this ball to left field, that McCutchen was trying to fake out the runner that he had this play, but he got too close to the wall. And if you get too close to the wall, you can't play the carom.
Prior to the game last night, Andrew McCutchen had only played 14 innings of left field at Fenway Park. Did not play that one well. All of his outings have come since September 28. Leads to a run. Now Rafael Devers pinch hitting and a big hack on his first swing. That's going to end up in the seats. It's our first look at Devers in this series. We're watching Mitch Moreland on the way around. You see this run? He was kind of clutching at his hamstring as he scores that run. And he is now with the athletic trainer. Devers takes a ball. First at bat of the postseason for Rafael Devers. 21 home runs this year. Been a down season as far as expectations go compared to what he showed last year.
Thought he was going to get a start tonight against the right-hander Tanaka. Did not.
1 ball, 1 strike.
I don't know whether it's the score, but more fastballs than ever that I've seen from Betances. Usually likes to use that wipeout slider. As Steve Pearce was getting loose if Moreland can't go.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Devers. Runner takes off and a swing and a miss. No throw made by Sanchez. It's a steal of third for Kinsler, but it is a strikeout by Devers for the second out in the inning. Betances with his first K.
Well, Betances not paying any attention to Kinsler, so he just automatically takes the base. Smart veteran move by Kinsler, but the strikeout on the slider to Devers.
Jackie Bradley Jr. now with a runner at third, 2 away. Red Sox with a run in. Strike for another one here. Maybe get Bradley to launch one out, and they make it a game again. After the 3-run home run from Sanchez in the top of this 7th. Ninth place hitter in Jackie Bradley Jr. You got Betts due up next, and a wave and a miss. Wicked breaking ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Chopper on the ground, got in on his hands, and that will retire the side. Misplay off the wall by McCutchen. Kinsler drives in the run. It's 6-2 now. Yankees lead it 7 in the books in game 2. Pitch Hit and Run is a Major League Baseball free skills competition for boys and girls aged 7 to 14. Sign up now, host a free competition in your local community at pitchhitrun.com. Changes here. As expected, Pierce goes into first base. Moreland is out, clutching at his hamstring. There is a new battery as well. Christian Vasquez will catch. Leon was pinch hit for last inning. And so Vasquez behind the plate, and Heath Hembree, just added to the Division Series roster, is on the mound. Ron,
this is his first postseason. 67 games during the regular season. In fact, he did a great job early part of the season, but his ERA in August and September was over 6, and that's why he didn't originally make the roster.
Takes over in a 6-2 game in the Yankee 8th. Stephen Wright taken off the roster today, an injured knee. Only chance Wright would have to come back. The rule in baseball in the postseason is if you come off an active roster in one series, you are then ineligible for the next series. So there is a chance Wright could return, but it would have to be in the World Series if Boston advances that far. One ball, 2 strikes. And a swing and a miss. Gleyber Torres strikes out. Vasquez will secure it at first for out number 1. And a strikeout for Hembree. And his first action of this postseason. Zach Britton looks like he'll be next up in the 8th. Matanzas to Britton to Chapman. And that's a formula any manager could get behind. One away for Brett Gardner. The Red Sox will have the top of their order coming up in the 8th inning. You get to this part of the Yankees bullpen, there is no matching up. Once you get past the 6th inning, and there really is no matching up at any level in their bullpen. Who they believe in to start and finish innings, to face both sides of the plate.
Well, when they're right, they dictate the at-bats. It's not the other way around.
Chapman waiting his turn in the 9th potentially. Gardner, the 9-hole hitter for the Yankees. 4th time at the plate. He's 0 for 2 with a walk, and he takes a strike. And it's a ball and 2 strikes on Brett Gardner. Hembree, a high strikeout pitcher. He's been the guy Alex Cora has used with men on base, the get out of jam pitcher in that bullpen. Was devastated to hear he wasn't on the Division Series roster, only to be added the next day. Think about the roller coaster for him emotionally. Pitch all year, you're a big part of a 108 win season, and the numbers got him. They went with Joe Kelly instead,
who was outstanding in his own right tonight.
Kelly went 2 1/3, his longest outing of the year out of the pen. 2-2 the count. It'll be a big couple of days for the Yankees concerning Aaron Hicks as well, with the travel day, the off day tomorrow. Game 3 will be at Yankee Stadium Monday night. Trying to buy some time for Hicks, and this is the kind of score where you wouldn't need him, which the Yankees would love to get through this day without having to use Hicks even to pinch hit, as Gardner draws the walk, and it's a 1-out base runner. Hey, don't forget, EJ, Kenny, Chuck, and Shaq are all back for NBA opening night on TNT. It's presented by Auto Trader. Kyrie Irving and the Celtics hosting Joel Embiid and the 76ers, followed by Oklahoma City, and then Steph Curry and the defending champion Warriors. Check your local listings. Celtics, Sixers, that rematch of the second round last year. Those two teams figure to be a big part of the postseason picture in the NBA for years to come.
Brett Gardner on first, 2 walks in this ball game. First start with Hicks out. Saw 28 pitches in his 4 at-bats tonight.
Has drawn 2 walks. 0 for 2, but has been able to flip the lineup twice. Close play at first base. Embry with a nice move. Maybe with the left-handed throwing first baseman in Moreland, you have a chance at an out there. Not the other way around. McCutchen. The only run not produced by the long ball was McCutchen's wall shot in the second inning. A Fenway Park single. It banged it halfway up the monster and left. And it scored the 3rd Yankees run. Plated Torres. 3 home runs in the game tonight. Judge, Gary Sanchez with 2. 0-2 the count. Up and in. 97 with the fastball from Embry. Embry, the 5th reliever used, on the ground to short. This will be room service. No, bad throw. The tag is down. Heck of a play by Pierce. Should have been easy. Still goes as a 6-4-3. Pierce in for Moreland. Makes a nice play to end the inning on the double play off the bat of McCutchen. Red Sox are coming up. They've got the top of the order. Yankees lead it 6-2 in game 2. What a great sign. No marriage is perfect. Red Sox, Yankees, same household. Now we should all get along like that. 2018 American League Division Series is presented by T-Mobile. Here we go to the Red Sox half of the 8th. Top of the order. Zach Britton on the mound for New York. Mookie Betts leads off. 6-2 Yankees. A 3-run blast by Gary Sanchez in the 7th inning. Made it 6-1. Then a double and an RBI for Kinsler to get it to 6-2. The numbers for Britton. Started the year with Baltimore. Has been one of the elite closers in the game in his career. And now part of that very talented Yankee bullpen.
Aaron Boone had David Robertson up, but has opted now for Britton here in the 8th.
Both pitched last night. Britton threw 12 pitches in the game last night. A half swing by Betts, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. Britton did give up a hit last night in his inning, but it was a scoreless inning with a strikeout. Didn't walk a batter. Allowed a 2-run home run in the wild card game in the 9th inning to Chris Davis.
With the 4-run lead, maybe you're going to see Britton and then Robertson.
Aroldis Chapman has been dealing with knee problems throughout the year. Be interesting to see where they go with it. 2-2 the count. On the ground. Big bounce for Echeverria. One away. Betts is retired. 0 for 4 night for Mookie Betts tonight.
As soon as Echeverria brought him into the game, that's his 3rd play already, as it's gotten hot at third base.
Speaking of defensive changes, no Luke Voit change at first base. You know, Neil Walker came in the wild card game late. Voigt's spot in the batting order is due up 2nd. Boone must believe he's good enough for now with a 4-run lead to get that last at bat.
Yeah, give him one more bat and then Walker come in.
There's already been a change at first for the Red Sox. We saw Mitch Moreland clutching at his hamstring, replaced by Steve Pearce.
Only issue is that Britton, with that good sinking fastball, gets a lot of ground balls.
And Neil Walker right on cue, starting to prepare just in case. One away. Benintendi at the plate for Boston here in the 8th. Benintendi 0 for 3. Top 2 in that Boston batting order. Betts and Benintendi combined 0 for 7 tonight. JD Martinez has the lone hit in the top 3 of the batting order for Boston. Had that first inning single with 2 outs. He's 1 for 3. Red Sox have just 5 hits in this game. Bogarts hit the home run in the 4th. Kinsler had the RBI double in the 7th, and that one's in there. 3-2 the count on Benintendi. And he lost him. A 4-run lead. Walks Benintendi with 1 away.
Just can't do it. Easier said than done. Not close. Hits Sanchez in the left bicep on the bounce.
Zach Britton got a ground out off the bat of Betts. Larry Rothschild on the bullpen phone. A bullpen which is quiet for now, which will soon have some activity, it looks like. Mike Harkey passes along the instructions, and it is Robertson who gets up. Here's J.D. Martinez. 6-2 game. Yankees have a lead. Martinez first postseason at bat as a Red Sox player. A 3-run homer. First inning yesterday. 3 for 4 off Britton. Britton has struck him out. The lone time he has retired him.
Boy, 2 throws over there. You'd have to think with your home run hitter up that Benintendi's not going anywhere with a 4-run deficit.
Martinez rolls over one.
This is a great battle here because we're talking about Martinez, who likes the ball down, and Britton, whose strength is throwing the ball down in the strike zone.
Extreme ground ball pitcher is Britton. J.D. Martinez rolled into 19 double plays in the regular season. That would be the only reason you would send Benintendi at first base. He's got a big lead. 1 away in the 8th. Red Sox down 4, and Martinez lays off. Fastball down. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Britton has so much movement on his fastball. Sometimes he does lose that strike zone.
And he makes it tough on a catcher, especially if you're trying to catch, corral, and throw. And a check on Benintendi. Normally closers, or at least former closers like Britton, don't have the good move to first base. Applying the "I'll handle the business at the plate" theory. I will say Benintendi, he looks runnerish over at first base. He's got a lead. Hasn't been able to get a good read on him yet. Stays put, and a swing and a ground ball. Big chopper. Gregorius goes to second and out at second base. Close play. Torres played that like a first baseman with the stretch, and they just got Benintendi on his way to second. That'll be a fielder's choice for Martinez. 2 gone in the inning now.
Well, nice play by Didi. Good decision. Nice job by Torres, like you said, acting like a first baseman. Hustle by Benintendi made it close.
So 2 men are out. Xander Bogaerts. Red Sox desperately looking for a big hit, a moment to launch them back into this game. Bogaerts' home run in the 4th inning, a solo shot. And a shot on the ground. Gregorius right there. Wow. Flipped out of his glove. Styling and profiling.
Is it that easy?
Oh, my goodness. Turns out to be routine to end the inning. We go to the 9th at Fenway Park. The 2018 American League Division Series is presented by T-Mobile. We go to the 9th inning now at Fenway Park on a beautiful Saturday night. Yankees have a lead. 6-2 New York. Aaron Judge will lead off. Hembree is back on the mound. He starts his 2nd inning. Judge, Voit, and Giancarlo Stanton. If anybody reaches Gary Sanchez, who is the star tonight with 4 runs batted in, 2 homers. 5th reliever used by Alex Cora. Hembree, if he could give him multiple innings to get to the finish line, would be helpful for the Red Sox cause as they head to the bottom of the 9th inning. Travel day tomorrow, day off for these 2 teams. They will resume at Yankee Stadium Monday night, Game 3.
6 pitchers used in both games now by Alex Cora.
Short start for David Price, an inning and 2/3. His postseason woes continue as a starting pitcher. Price gives up 3 earned runs. Joe Kelly pitched very well. 2 1/3 out of the bullpen, his first appearance. And then Brazier, Workman, Eduardo Rodriguez, and now Hembree back out for his 2nd frame. Luke Voit will probably be his last appearance in this game tonight. Looked like Neil Walker was preparing to enter defensively for the 9th inning.
Remember that whole inning started for Gary Sanchez with that infield hit that Judge got off Eduardo Rodriguez, and now walks here in the 9th.
Been on base 4 times, reached on an error on a smash to 3rd. Sanchez 3-run home run in the 7th inning. The big moment in this game. Good call on the jersey tonight. Yankees putting a lot of faith in Gary Sanchez. Aaron Boone almost predicted this kind of moment. He wasn't specific about it, but he said he's a game breaker for us, and I'm going to give him the chance to wipe the slate clean after a rough regular season and enter into this postseason as one of our premium bats.
I mean, how many batters in the game can hit a ball 479 feet? Very few.
I don't think he can find his helmet right now. Well, I think he found one that fits him. That is Miguel Andujar's helmet.
Maybe after you hit one 479 feet, you don't fit in your helmet anymore.
I was thinking maybe, I don't know, did the Hall of Fame grab that helmet? Are they already taking that to Cooperstown?
Authenticating it?
There is a historical note on Sanchez. He is just the 2nd Yankee catcher with multiple home runs in a game in the postseason. You can guess the last.
Yogi.
1956 in a World Series game. Game 7 of the 56 World Series. So a little more on the line for Yogi, but you get the idea. Catchers in multi-homer games. So Aroldis Chapman preparing for the 9th. So there's your answer. Robertson was up twice. At this point, won't get in the game.
And with the day off tomorrow, trying to get Chapman some work.
Thank God they found Sanchez helmet.
Got hits in it.
The 3-1. And Voit draws the walk. So Hembree's come out. He's walked the first 2. As the Yankees trying to deliver a knockout punch right here. Giancarlo Stanton is coming up. Going to have another mound visit. Also going to have a pinch runner. All kind of people running on the field right now. So Voit is out. Walks 3 times tonight, Ronnie. 0 for 2, 3 walks. And Walker will take over, and Another visit to the mound for Dana Levangie.
You know, when you're seeing the ball well like Voit is, that's why he's been hitting so well. You end up being pitched carefully too, and he took his walks.
Giancarlo Stanton with 2 on, nobody out. Red Sox bullpen is quiet. This is Hembree's 9th inning to either finish or wear. Alex Cora will not go back to the pen, down 4 runs. Stanton scoring a run. Last time on, he reached on a fielder's choice in the 7th inning. That was that play at second base that was overturned. And that preceded the Sanchez home run. It's been exactly a week since Hembree has been on a mound. Pitched last Saturday. That was a game against the Yankees. And he's walked the first 2 here in the 9th.
Well, your first postseason, it's been a difficult day already because you're put on the roster, gets through 1 inning, and then asked to get another. Nothing close.
And it's 3-1.
Phil Nevin, the third base coach, trying to get as far out of the pull mode for Stanton.
Self-preservation over there.
Yes, it is.
That coaching box is only a suggestion. Only the cruelest umpire would force him back in, with Stanton at the plate. And a swing and a miss. 3-2 now. Sanchez due next. A mighty cut and a high fastball. Stanton with a single in the 3rd inning. Has hits in all 3 of his postseason games. Had that home run in the wild card game. And a bouncing ball to the bag out there. Throw to first. And Pierce keeps a toe on the bag. And it's a double play that goes 5-3. Not a great throw again by Nunez. He's had some throwing problems in this game. Does have an error.
Well, he makes a great choice once he gets the ground ball to go this way. But the sidearm throw kind of sails on him. And Pierce, like you said, good play to keep his toe on the back of that bag to complete the double play.
Fully extended. And 2 outs with 1 swing of Stanton's bat. And here is Sanchez now with a runner at second. He's got a chance at more RBIs. Sitting on 4 now with 2 home runs. It was on this date, October 6th of 1926, Ron, in the Yankee notes. Great nugget here on Babe Ruth. Drove in 4 runs, hit 3 home runs in a World Series game and a win over the St. Louis Cardinals. That was game 4 of that 26 World Series. Root still remains one of only 4 players in Major League history to hit 3 home runs in a World Series game. One of the 3 is in the ballpark tonight, Reggie Jackson. Wave and a miss. Chased one, and it's 0-2. Been coming to Fenway Park for a long time, and it never gets old and it never passes you by that when you walk into this place you can say Babe Ruth pitched here, played here. It's the 100th anniversary actually of Babe Ruth in the 1918 World Series. He won 2 games as a pitcher in that World Series. One of those wins came right here at Fenway Park. One of the few ballparks that connects the generations like this one. Here's an 0-2. And it's 1-2. 106 years young, as beautiful as ever, Fenway. And the Babe Ruth led Red Sox of 1918. Only then to become a Yankee. Another one missed badly.
And you know, Brian, as well as I do, they've made a lot of changes here, but it still has its beauty.
Now John Henry and Tom Warner and the ownership group, they've invested a lot of money in the grounds at Fenway Park. The streets outside Fenway, it's a happening every day. Two. And there's a shot into left field, right to Benintendi. Sanchez is out. He'll have to settle for a 4 RBI game in game 2. Last call for Boston, and Aroldis Chapman on the mound for the bottom of the 9th.
By Marathon, fueling the American spirit. By Geico, 15 minutes can save you 15% or more on car insurance. By T-Mobile, whether you're home or away, T-Mobile has you covered. And by Captain Morgan, live like a captain.
Make sure you join us Monday for more postseason action. We have a couple of Game 3s of the American League Division Series presented by T-Mobile. Pre-game coverage starts at 1 p.m. with Casey and the gang. And then the Astros and the Indians at 1:30 Eastern. Red Sox, Yankees from Yankee Stadium, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. All coming up on Monday. TBS is your exclusive home for the American League postseason. And Ron, it is Aroldis Chapman. Saves in all but 2 of his appearances this season. 32 saves and 34 tries, and he's on the mound, not in a save situation, but trying to get the last 3 outs and get a Game 2 win for New York.
Well, he wants to continue what the other Yankee bullpen guys have been able to do. 9 innings in this series so far, have only given up 1 run.
Saw Neil Walker. He enters the game for Luke Voigt. It'll be Steve Pearce to lead off. First at bat for Pearce. Came in for the injured Mitch Moreland. And Pearce takes a strike. Chapman has had major struggles against the Boston Red Sox. Last 2 years against the Red Sox, his ERA is 8.59. He's given up 16 runs in the last 2 seasons in 14 2/3 innings. Boston just trying to put some men on base and stir it up here in the 9th inning. Yankees go Betances, Britton, and now Chapman. Betances went 2. Did give up a run. Britton works a scoreless 7th inning. Or rather 8th inning, I beg your pardon.
Well, the whole thing for Chapman, just like any hitter that has a leg injury, that foundation is so important to how you throw the baseball. And Chapman has been a little all over the place this year. I shouldn't say that. He has outings where he just rolls it out there, but when his knee is affecting him, he has a hard time finding the strike zone.
Thought he was pretty spry in the wild card game. He pitched well, but he was also moving around well. It was a ball that kind of caromed out on the field that he pounced on. And he misses. It's a walk to start the inning. Exactly what Boston was looking for here. They get a man on. Pierce, in his first plate appearance of the night, draws the walk. And that brings up Eduardo Nunez.
Well, when you watch his motion, so much power, arms and legs coming at you, but not finishing.
And it's hard to look at a 96, 97 mile an hour fastball and say velo is down, but it is. Nunez, the crowd hooting on Chapman right now, trying to rattle him. A strike in there. 97 with that fastball right at the bottom of the zone. Strike 2. Perfectly placed.
Nunez didn't think that was a strike, but thought it caught the corner.
He's tough enough to hit right without the edges, he says. No balls, 2 strikes on Nunez. 0 for 2 of the walk. Boston down 4. A man is on to start this inning.
And a slider underneath his hands.
Chapman was activated September 19th. He missed nearly a month with tendonitis in the left knee.
That's the push-off knee. That's probably why he's not over triple digits more.
When an inning allowed a hit in the wild card game, finished that one off. Score was 7-2 in that one. 6-2 tonight, and a swing and a line shot foul into the seats. Nunez stays alive. Back to the heat. And he struck him out. Chapman delivers the fastball right where Sanchez wanted it. Nunez strikes out for the first out. Found the command of the fastball to the second hitter.
I mean, right on the corner at 99 miles an hour. No chance for anyone.
One gone. Pierce still at first. Here's Ian Kinsler. If you're Boston right now, if you can just get Betts to the plate in this 9th inning. Kinsler's up, Vasquez next, Bradley then the 9 hitter, and then you could get to Betts, but that's a tall order with Chapman on the mound. But that's the formula.
When you've won 108 games, you've had a lot of dramatic moments, a lot of dramatic comebacks.
On the ground, got a chance to turn it here. This one in the game. It goes 6, 4, 3, and that's the ball game. And the Yankees steal one on the road. evening the series at 1 apiece. That's the first ground ball double play Chapman has gotten all season, and it ends the game and secures the win for New York. Gary Sanchez with the big night offensively. 2 homers, Ronnie, 4 runs batted in, and the game breaker in the 7th.
Just big games for the big game hitters. Judge with a huge home run, Sanchez with a bigger home run, Tanaka with 5 innings and just gave up the solo home run to Bogarts.
The Yankees are the first team in this division series round to win a road game. All the home teams have held serve until now.
And remember the bullpen for the Yankees now. 10 innings pitched in this series, only 1 run.
They go Betances, Britton, and Chapman tonight. They're shaking hands and high-fiving here at Fenway Park as the Yankees get the road win they were looking for, and now head to Yankee Stadium preparing for Game 3 on Monday night. See Lauren down there trying to track down the star at the plate, Gary Sanchez. Marlon Abreu is the interpreter, and let's send it down to Lauren. Go ahead, Lauren.
Gary, you've had so much success against Price. What were you looking for in the first at bat?
Te ha ido muy bien contra Price. ¿Qué tú estabas buscando en ese turno contra él?
Bueno, trato de buscar un picheo alto en la zona siempre y tratar de hacerle buen swing y siempre meter a picheo cerca de la zona y le pongo buen swing.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm looking for something high in the zone. I'm always looking for something like that from him. He threw me something in the zone and I made good contact, you know.
And in the 7th, with 2 runners on, what was your approach there?
What was the question again?
In the 7th, 2 runners on, that 3-run shot, what was your approach there?
Bueno, lo mismo, seguía con el mismo approach que le tenía a Price, buscando un picheo alto en la zona de que yo pueda hacer un buen swing y me dejó un picheo en el mismo medio y le pude hacer buen swing.
Yeah, well, the approach was the same. You know, looking for something in the zone. He left something there for me, and I was able to hit it very well.
From your view, what was so on about Masahiro tonight?
De tu punto de vista, ¿qué tuviste de más esta noche?
Bueno, se mantuvo tirando los picheos donde tenía que tirarlo, atacábamos los bateadores, trae uno y todos los picheos estaban funcionando.
Yeah, he was executing all pitches, you know, and especially 3-1, you know, and that's what he's able to do, you know.
Thank you both. B.A.?
All right, thank you, Lauren, and thanks very much to Marlon Abreu as Gary Sanchez, 25-year-old slugger from Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic, has a big night in the postseason. 2 homers, 4 runs batted in, and the Yankees hang another loss on David Price and the Red Sox. This series is all tied at 1 apiece as the Yankees win Game 2 by a final of 6-2. Don't forget, coming up after this short break, it's the postseason show with Casey Stern, Pedro, Chef, and Jimmy Rollins. For Ron Darling, Lauren Shahadi, our producer Scott Cockrell, Matt Lipp, our director, and the rest of our terrific TBS crew, I'm Brian Anderson saying so long from Fenway. You've been watching the 2018 American League Division Series presented by T-Mobile on TBS. TBS, your exclusive home for the 2018 American League postseason. We'll see you in New York on Monday.